It would greatly benefit the United States financially. Over the last few decades, the medical field has experienced huge leaps and bounds in advancements. People are living to be a lot older nowadays. Most diseases have cures as well. However, when it comes to cancer, this is an exception in the rule. Most cancers do not have a cure right now, and those that are afflicted with cancer that is of the terminal variety are just experiencing prolonged suffering. Technology is in place to keep them alive a little bit longer, but they still will inevitably die. This means that their family has to watch this suffering, knowing that their family member is just deteriorating and is going to die. This also means that it's a huge hit in their pocketbooks. The treatment of cancer is extremely expensive. For instance, a study in 2010 has shown that more than $55 billion went into the last 2 months of a terminally ill patient's treatment. What's even more startling about this statistic is that more than 30% of these people did not experience any improvement from this treatment. So, by utilizing physician-assisted suicide, this would essentially free up more than $55 billion that could be used in the research of cancer, rather than prolonging the suffering of someone that is afflicted by cancer. Those that oppose physician-assisted suicide also like to cite the Hippocratic Oath. Unfortunately, the Hippocratic Oath is vastly outdated and has had many revisions already. It used to state that women weren't allowed to become doctors, as well as a doctor wasn't allowed to make any cuts inside of his patient. The biggest transgression against the Hippocratic Oath is in the tune that it states that a doctor is not allowed to play God nor harm his patient. However, when it comes to physician-assisted suicide, this is kind of a catch-22. By utilizing physician-assisted suicide, the doctor is playing God. By watching his patient suffer, then he is also violating the harm portion of the Hippocratic Oath. Therefore, the argument for Hippocratic Oath in not using physician-assisted suicide is a moot point. As I previously stated, physician-assisted suicide is a hot-button topic in the United States, and it's always going to have supporters on both sides of the fence. Whether they cite the Hippocratic Oath in against physician-assisted suicide, or whether they cite the amount of money that goes into treatment for patients that are afflicted by cancer, which according to 2010 was $55 billion. There's always going to be supporters, but physician-assisted suicide is a beneficial factor for the United States.